Anonymous, I hope we back. You see what they just tried to do to me. You see what they tried to do to me. And look, I don't never even put my PayPal in there, but I put my PayPal in there this time. Just in case. Now I feel like I'm talking like Bo Loud. Now I'm feeling like I'm like Bo Loud now. I gotta put my PayPal in there, guys. Just in case. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I'm gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of spooked me out. That really kind of spooked me out. Like all the lights, everything just goes out mysteriously as I'm trying to give y'all an update on what's going on with Bilal. That's very, very, you know what I mean, crazy. Shout out to everybody that's coming back in the building. You know what I'm saying? My baby's back. Y'all all back. Thank y'all. Like I said, we must meditate now. I got to meditate. They're crying, they're crying. No, 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 no. I got to meditate these people up out of my life. This is wild, guys. And like I said, I'll say it again. I don't even got Cash App. I got kicked out of Cash App like a year ago, pure survival. But I got my PayPal up there just in case. If I pop up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see me for a while, hit that PayPal. They might got me in a mental facility somewhere hitting flies that's not even there. Like I'm smacking flies and shit that's not even there. Who knows what they try to do? It might be the clone Jamil. It might be the clone Jamil. They might clone me out this motherfucker for telling y'all too much. And I'm going to repeat it. Now, Bilal, aka the milk chocolate Humpty Dumpty, which she says she has no problem with me calling him a milk chocolate Humpty Dumpty, long as I get the message out there. The man is no longer in the hospital. He's not, you know what I'm saying? They're not saying nothing about pneumonia. They're not saying about none of that shit. But they transferred him from his sister to a mental facility, pure survival. And for all the people that was talking about, well, why the hospital will give you information? I have never spoke to a hospital. And this woman that said that she's his motherfucking sister, she looks just like Bilal. She looks just like him. Miss Buttersworth with a bonnet. She looked just like this man, but with a bonnet on her head. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? I thought I was talking to him, but with a bonnet. You understand what I'm saying? She sounds just like him and everything. She even said something about Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots. I'm like, God damn, you sure that's not you? She mentioned the Timberland boots, you know? But anyway, she had thanked me, let me know that they're telling her that he was transferred to a mental facility. Bilal said that they make you steal stuff from them and then they make you check into a mental facility to make it like you are having mental problems, that you don't know what you're talking about. The man spoke about this same situation. You know what I'm saying? And then people was like, well, where's the sister's information? I told y'all, she don't want her information disclosed. That woman was talking very scary. He said that Diddy and Jada allegedly tried to unalive him. So why would she give you her information? Pure Bible. You know what I mean? Yeah, she trusted me, thank goodness. Because I'm not going to sell her out.
Like, yo, your wife is out of pocket, bro. Like, she's doing this, and this. And let me just say this to make things.
But you know what? Will's ex-wife said that Jada was always out of pocket.
Oh, listen.
So she would call the house and Jada would answer the phone and, you know, just all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So she's been the one that's always controlled who was around him,
yes,
who could talk to him,
yes.
Who could get to him.
Yes.
And she didn't want him the entire time.
No. She, like I tell people, you got to look at Jada's from Baltimore. Mother strung out on drugs, the prettiest girl in Baltimore. And, she's in a house with, no gas, no electric, no food. She's going to do what she got to do to survive, right? And I understand survival. So
See, and he understands survival. Do y'all understand pure survival? And this is why I tell y'all that this stuff is pure survival. If you disclose this kind of information, they will make sure they either going to unalive you, get rid of you, put you on drugs, say that you having mental problems. Same thing they did with Orlando Brown. Now they're doing this shit with Bilal, pure survival. Look how big Bilal is. Bilal's not that big no more. So whatever they were doing to him, I'm talking about he looked like Flavor Flav right now. You know what I'm saying? He's little, he's skinny. You know what I'm saying? She said that if he eat food, you can see the food going down his throat right now. So you know they must have been doing something to him.
she had to do a number of things, and I thought for me, it brought hatred. Like she began to hate men for what they did to her in order for her to survive. Right? That's because I've had intimate conversations with her, and I know a lot of guys, being in the street, they would come from Baltimore because we had narcotics in Philly that, they didn't have other places. So, they're gonna come to Philly and get the Percocets. They're gonna come get the pancakes and syrup. Like it's just certain things. So I know a lot of them guys, but Jada's already famous out there for being the most prettiest girl out there. And rolling with the drug dealer. So all that talk about her being a drug dealer and all that's hyperbole. Like, you was the pretty chick. You know what that was about. You needed money. They wanted you around to use and abuse you. And then they'll throw you a little something. Period.
Wow. See, now remember Jada said that she was a drug dealer? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Jada Pinkett said that she was a drug dealer. Will Smith's best friend said, no, you wasn't no damn drug dealer. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? You was out there selling that kitty cat. Real pure survival. You was allegedly selling that snappy nappy dugout. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to keep these words that this man's saying alive. Because if they got him in that mental facility, imagine how much drugs that they're going to be pumping in his body. Bilal is not even going to remember his own goddamn name. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't even remember who Tasha K is. The drugs that they got him on right now. Do you think he going to remember who Tasha K is? You know what I'm talking about? This is insane. And she says she still didn't get a hold of the information for the book. That's crazy.
So you said they was fucking Jada?
Of course, they was fucking through her.
Well, she did say she had a sex addiction.
Yeah. And see, and all these things, and that's the point that I'm talking about. Like, she said she masturbated at 8. She was masturbating, so she, she was. It's called hypersexual. Like people drop things but don't go into detail. So it's like you got a hypersexual young woman who's the prettiest girl in Baltimore, one of the most talented, beauty pageants, all kind of
Wow, so she was masturbating at 8 years old. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies, if you were doing something disgusting like that at 8 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a boy and I didn't do no shit like that. So if Jada was doing that at 8 years old, can you imagine? That's why when he said she sat there in the living room and didn't care that kids was around playing with that funky Rajon. That's why I said that Rajon had to been through a lot of shit. That Rajon been through a lot of shit. Since 8 years old, that's crazy.
Abuse you. And then they'll throw you a little something. Period. It's the classic.
So you said they was fucking Jada?
Of course, they was fucking through her.
Well, she did say she had a sex addiction.
Yeah. And see, and all these things, and that's the point that I'm talking about. Like, she said she masturbated at 8. She was masturbating, so she, she was. It's called hypersexual. Like people drop things but don't go into detail. So it's like you got a hypersexual young woman who's the prettiest girl in Baltimore, one of the most talented, beauty pageants, all kind of stuff, and you're broke and don't have your no food in the refrigerator, your lights is out. You're gonna do what you gotta do to survive. And I don't, I'm not trying to judge her for that part, because I'm sure we all did things that we needed to do to survive. Even myself in the street, it's like if I'm faced with certain adversity, it's self-preservation, because I'm going to walk out this house no matter what I got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get out. So that part is an understanding. But my thing is where she is now. You don't. But let me take it in steps because sometimes
it's okay. No, I was following you. Yeah.
So you come from Baltimore, very talented, known as the most beautiful girl in Baltimore, and now you come to LA. Well, just because you come to LA, your sex addiction is not going to stop, right?
Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with what Bilal just said. Just because Jada came to Hollywood, does that mean that her sex addiction will stop? Or is she going to be even more hornier when she gets in Hollywood, when it's normalized to do these sick things? You know what I'm saying? Bilal knew way too much, guys. That's why I'm not going to let them put him on all this medication and try to act like he didn't know what he was talking about. He was very, very specific. He was very specific. And I can't even say it right, but he was very specific about this stuff. But they want all everything he said to go away. Smash that like button, everybody. Bilal is in a mental facility right now. And people keep saying, well, I Googled it. You don't even know this man's real motherfucking name. Pure survival. His real name ain't even Bilal. From what I found out. You know what I'm talking about? That's not even his real name. Because I asked his sister. She said, well, that's not his real name. You don't even know his legal name. She wouldn't give me that either. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they can't find out where he's under for the people that's talking about you're Googling. I'm like, you're going to spend all this time to Google the motherfucker. And then you Googling a name that don't even exist. You know what I'm talking about?
The little drugs.
He tried to run and duck from these people, but clearly couldn't get away.
In Baltimore, and now you come to LA. Well, just because you come to LA, your sex addiction is not going to stop, right? The little drugs you're doing is not going to stop. Your hatred for men is not going to stop. You thinking that you can use men for the come up, being beautiful, is not going to stop. So when you get to LA, you're going to utilize the only skill set you have is to offer your body and your beauty to a man.
Damn.
You know, so we got to get into it.
Shots fired.
Yeah, from a psychological aspect. So when she gets to Los Angeles, everybody's on her. Oh, this girl is beautiful. Oh, she hot. Da, 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 da. So she gonna finesse her way to the top. Period. That's because that's how she got to LA. She had to suck and fuck her way there.
Wow. Yeah, so you know Jada would definitely want to unalive him. He said that she had to suck and F her way to the top. So he's saying that her talent didn't get her to the top, pure survival. It wasn't a low down dirty shame. What she allegedly was doing in Hollywood was a low down dirty shame. He said these are the things she had to do to get to the top. Didn't we hear that about a bunch of people in Hollywood? That they had to do the same thing? So she's not the only one that had to do that.
We got to get into it.
Shots fired.
Yeah, from a psychological aspect. So when she gets to Los Angeles, everybody's on her. Oh, this girl is beautiful. Oh, she hot. Da, 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 da. So she gonna finesse her way to the top. Period. That's because that's how she got to LA. She had to suck and fuck her way there. So she gonna have to suck her fucking way because that's all she know. No man never imputed love. She's operating from survival. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's operating from a place of survival. So when she get to LA and these big actors and oh, you beautiful baby, she already know what to do. She knows they got money. She needs the money. They
wow.
got...
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with Bilal. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all disagree. That does make sense. So Will was green. Jada already had the mind state, okay, these dudes got the money. I'm going to throw this funky Rajan on the table. Pure survival. I'm throwing this kitty cat out there. Real. And Will was first to bite. And Will wifed it. You know what I'm saying? Will had wifed it. Wow, damn, Bilal was hip. He more hip than what I thought. So, of course, they want to mess his brain up. I ain't even realize how hip this man is.
LA and these big actors and oh, you beautiful baby. She already know what to do. She knows they got money. She needs the money. They got access to movie directors. And listen, she gonna do what she gotta do to get that access. Period.
And she got a $500 million access right now.
She got the big lip. She got the bigger, but you know, like even my
Wow, she got a $500 million excess, which is Will Smith. And look at this. All these people in Hollywood, we're not going to leave this man out. This sick man, Timothy Busfield, in Hollywood, he got locked up yesterday. He had to turn himself in for allegedly smashing a 7-year-old boy and an 8-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? And some people want to say, oh, he don't. If I'm going to have the same energy for Jada, for Will, for Diddy, Tyler Perry, Oprah, any of these other people, I'm going to have the same damn thing for this big motherfucker forehead dude right here. He's a Hollywood producer, Hollywood actor that had to turn his sick, demonic self in yesterday. And who you think I'm going to believe? You think I'm going to believe the creases in his forehead? In his 5 head, or if I'm gonna believe that 7-year-old that said that he did what he did to them. And this is why he's in jail right now.
In a federal manhunt involving actor Timothy Busfield. His mugshot released just moments ago.
U.S. Marshals and the FBI say the former West Wing actor turned himself in this afternoon. Until now, Busfield had not been seen since he was served a warrant and accused of sexually assaulting 2 children on multiple occasions.
Y'all hear that? 2 children on multiple occasions. These are Hollywood people. It's not just Diddy Glover. It's not just Will Smith, allegedly. It's not just these just the black actors. No, they in all different colors, shapes, and forms. And I'm glad they took his ass in. And of course he gonna say, oh no, I didn't do it. But that's why they locked you up, sir. You know what I'm saying? This is why you drove all the way down there to turn yourself in. They had enough information to be able to lock him up.
Breaking news in a federal manhunt involving actor Timothy Busfield. His mugshot released just moments ago.
U.S. Marshals and the FBI say the former West Wing actor turned himself in this afternoon. Until now, Busfield had not been seen since he was served a warrant and accused of sexually assaulting 2 children on multiple occasions.
Eyewitness News anchor Michelle Charlesworth has been following this and is here now with the latest. Michelle.
Timothy Busfield is 68 years old. The boys involved in this case are now 11. Earlier today,
the boys are 11 years old now. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe these young boys. And I heard another thing about this actor, this producer, that this wasn't the first time some young boys came out, some young actors said that he had did some sick stuff to them. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was just thinking like, oh, okay, they finally caught up with him. I didn't know he had a history of this. Hanging around, grooming these young actors, and got his ass locked up yesterday. Now, if these men and these sick people, even the women, if they doing this to these kids, they all need to join him. They all need to join him. He got locked up yesterday, guys. Smash that like button and prayers for them young kids. That's 11 and 12 now.
Here now with the latest. Michelle.
Timothy Busfield is 68 years old. The boys involved in this case are now 11. Earlier today, Busfield surrendered to officials in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Authorities have been looking for Timothy Busfield, including U.S. Marshals, since Friday, when a judge issued a warrant for his arrest on child sex abuse charges. This is a video statement by Busfield obtained by TMZ.
I got the call Friday night. I had to get a lawyer. Saturday, I got in a car and drove 2,000 miles to Albuquerque.
Yes, and you only drove 2,000 miles, sir, because you were scared and you were shaking in your shitty Pampers. Brother Bible. He's going to sit here and say, I didn't do nothing. And this is the sad part. They're going to tell me, because I even heard it on TikTok. They're like, Jamil, why don't you give him the benefit of the doubt? You don't know if he did it yet. But if I was sitting here saying, yeah, Diddy smashed them, they'll be like, yes, Diddy smashed the kids. They're not telling me to give Diddy a benefit of the doubt. They're not telling me to give Tyler Perry the benefit of the doubt. They're not telling me to give Will Smith the benefit of the doubt. But this predator, this creased it up forehead, man right here. What a coinky dink that they're saying, hey, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But you got a 11-year-old now that was 7 that says that was acting and he was grooming allegedly, and this child said that this man was touching him inappropriately. And I made sure I got a little more receipts. How about he admitted that he was tickling this young child? Do y'all think that that's appropriate? He said this out of his mouth. He said, well, I did tickle the kid, but why are you tickling somebody else's motherfucking kid for? Pairs of Bible. How do you feel comfortable tickling somebody else's kid? Where were you tickling them at? At their little tinkle areas? Because they said that you was touching their little tinkers, sir. You know what I'm saying? He admitted to tickling these young kids, but he's trying to say he didn't smash them. But they're saying, yes, he did. And he's been doing it since I was 7, and I'm 11 years old. I'm going to believe the kid. That's what I'm going to believe. Yeah, he talking about it's a money grab. That's what they all saying. Modia's saying it's a money grab right now. You know, I'm giving them all the same energy. You're in Hollywood. We know that y'all sick out there. Yeah, I believe you did it, sir. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all believe this man is guilty.
This is a video statement by Busfield obtained by TMZ.
I got the call Friday night. I had to get a lawyer. Saturday, I got in a car and drove 2,000 miles to Albuquerque. I'm going to confront these lies. They're horrible. They're all lies. And I did not do anything to those little boys. And I'm going to fight it.
Authorities have been looking for Busfield since...
Look, I didn't do anything to them little boys. But you look like your mug shot right now. This is his mug shot. He got locked up yesterday. Sir, where is Chris Hansen? Because you look like you on the TV show How to Catch a Predator. You look like a predator right here, sir. I don't trust the creases in his forehead. In his 5 head. I keep telling y'all something about them creases. Can you imagine your 7-year-old left with him? He's supposed to taught these little kids how to act and groom them into becoming stars. But no, he's admitting that he was tickling and wrestling with these kids. Diddy was wrestling with Usher and making him fight over cereal. What were you doing, sir? To the point that they locked you up. That's my whole thing. They want to say Modia's clapping these grown men cheeks that's cock diesel motherfuckers. And I think Modia did it. But these are little kids. And they wanted to defend this man. Diddy's not locked up for no little kids, but we believe that he clapped Justin Bieber's cheeks. We believe that he clapped Orlando Brown's cheeks. I'm not going to change my mind about that. But none of them are locked up for kids. But mysteriously, the guy that they want to say that they think Jamil give him a chance, he's locked up for the kids. Sir? So they already had enough evidence on this man. And I got that from white America. White America is the ones who let me know, oh no, Jamil, he has a history of doing this. I just thought he was accused yesterday. Oh no, he has a history of doing this. So I feel no sympathy for him. I feel sympathy for the children.
They're all lies. And I did not do anything to those little boys. And I'm going to fight it.
Authorities have been looking for Busfield since Friday, and sources tell ABC News this investigation has been an active one for months. The charges cite allegations by two 11-year-old boys who back in 2022 were 7 and 8 years old working for Busfield on a television show called The Cleaning Lady.
See that? 7 and 8-year-old children that was working for this man on a TV show called The Busfields. They were working for this grown man, probably looking up to him, everything. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, he's not in jail for nothing. He did not drive all those miles shaking like a motherfucker. I know that pamper was pissy. That pamper had doo-doo all in it. And his wife is going to say, well, I'm standing with my husband. Yes, most of them sick predators' wives still stand with them and be believing my husband would never go touch a little pecker. He would never place his little pink pecker on somebody else's little wiener. That's a damn lie. You just as dumb as a bucket of chicken. They be dumb as hell. That's why the wives just be home and be happy to collect the money. You ain't been paying, he ain't been paying you no mind, and you ain't been paying him no mind. You've been paying that motherfucker going out shopping and doing shit like that while he's doing some creepy shit, jumping out on young kids at the damn set, talking about, want some candy? Want, you hear it, go ahead, you want some chocolate candy? You know what I'm saying? But he's locked up right now, guys. And I'm glad. This is one of the Hollywood people that we talk about. So we're going to talk about all of them.
I'm going to fight it.
Authorities have been looking for Busfield since Friday, and sources tell ABC News this investigation has been an active one for months. The charges cite allegations by two 11-year-old boys who back in 2022 were 7 and 8 years old working for Busfield on a television show called The Cleaning Lady. The affidavit reads that Busfield allegedly, quote, touched them inappropriately over a period of years. The affidavit goes on to say that Busfield told police in a phone call during the investigation that he probably tickled the boys, but that this might be a form of revenge on the part of the mother.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Everybody smashed that like button. Did y'all hear what he told the police? I mean, I may have tickled them. What the hell is you tickling these 7 and 8-year-old for? You know what I'm saying? Were the parents right there? Clearly they weren't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tickling you in front of your parents. I'm not tickling you at all. My job was to teach these kids how to act, how to be in the film, where there's a bunch of people on the set that's around. Why are you alone by yourself with a 8-year-old and a 7-year-old tickling them? And both kids said the same thing, survival. And they are 11 years old right now. And they got to live with the fact and remember these creases in this man's forehead, you know what I'm saying, hovering over them with his sickness. And not only did he tickle these boys, but there are other women that said that he allegedly did something to them in Hollywood. Like I said, I did a little homework on him. He had a history. So it's not just these little boys. That's why they locked his ass up. Okay? So yeah, for the people that wanted to defend him, I made sure I found out that he's been doing this for a long time. He on some Epstein shit.
Affidavit goes on to say that Busfield told police in a phone call during the investigation that he probably tickled the boys, but that this might be a form of revenge on the part of the mother because the boys were let go from the television show. The charges are 2 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor and 1 count of child abuse. Busfield is best known for his work on 30-something and The West Wing. He is married to Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie, and he was also...
And look at this Little House on the Freak Off Prairie wife, Bible. This woman is an actor too. So she's so embarrassed, just like, you know how Beyonce or any of them married with Jay-Z, if Jay-Z came out with something, she's going to have to defend him because it's defending her own honor. She was in the Little House in the Freak Off Prairie. Is that what these kids was trying to escape from? That little motherfucking house? I'm starting to think that you was a predator too, man. Pure survival. I can't put it on you, but for you to jump out the window like right away, did you question your husband? Why did you ask your husband, why were you tickling this little boy? When you got all this grown woman, you could have been tickling me at home. But no, ma'am, you weren't worried about that. You was tickling the goddamn bank account. That's what you was worried about. You was spending his money and your money, not caring, knowing that he was a pervert that stole Christmas. Ma'am, you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. And it's more Hollywood demons that are going down. Everybody, let's get them likes up. We should have way more likes in the building. You know what I mean? I'm going to think that y'all are defending this man that is locked up for touching kids. You know what I'm saying? And thank goodness Bilal is still alive, like I said. You know what I mean? But putting him in a mental home, man, I don't trust none of these people in Hollywood.
Child abuse. Busfield is best known for his work on 30-something and The West Wing. He is married to Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie, and he was also in the movie Field of Dreams. Gilbert released a statement through her publicist, quote, Melissa stands with and supports her husband and will address the public at an appropriate time.
Yeah,
The
so she's
investigation.
gonna stand with the pervert and she gonna come out and address us at a certain period of time. You know what I mean? Come on now. Just like Ali Carter. You know, when she was coming out saying all of these things and all these celebrities that was doing stuff when she was a minor. Shout out to Ali Carter. You know what I'm saying? I believed her too. That same Hollywood behavior, that's why they all need to be locked up. All of them. This girl right here. She said that Diddy got a hold of her when she was like 15 years old. This girl right here.
Victims that are still going through the right now with other people who are running the cover and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why are you running?
Allie Carter is not playing around with these celebrities, y'all, because she just came out of hiding after almost getting her life taken by Diddy's goons. And this time, she is exposing the list of celebrities who get infected with STDs while indulging in Diddy's freak-offs. Apparently, these parties were also called Wild King Nights, and Diddy would put little kids on display that he had shipped into the country to be touched on by grown folks. Allie got kidnapped by Diddy when she was just 15 years old, and
she was 15 years old. This girl was abducted, allegedly, by Diddy Glover and had to work in his freak-off dungeon. She's one of them little girls that was getting the strawberries and the whipped cream put on her, placed on a table. You know what I'm saying? And when she was talking, people was looking at her like she was crazy. But they're locking all of these people up now. Everybody smash that like button. We got 2,000 people. We need 1,000 likes for Ali Carter and for motherfucking Bolao. All of the people that's speaking out.
Witnessed this insanity firsthand. In fact, she claims she was touched on too by these celebrities and literally saw them freaking off among themselves. To make matters even worse, they have been coming at her ever since she started talking. And it got so bad that she had to run to the feds to put her under witness protection.
And be on the side of they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, Jada. You want me to? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughter is kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her.
Now you see this? She's saying that they were cool with addressing Diddy Glover's twins as little girls. But the fact of the matter is Cassie was grown when they were doing a lot of freak-offs and shit, but he got her as a teenager. But they didn't want to admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was her point, because they got her as a kid and they got her as a teenager. A teenager is still a kid. Smash that like button, guys.
To be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking.
Wow. Smash that like button. I need 1,000 likes in the building right now. Right now. This girl says she was 15 years old when she had dealings with Diddy Glover. When Diddy Glover got a hold of her at 15. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? She was another girl that had got silenced. She's another girl that they said that they sent to a mental facility. The same stuff. It's a point that I'm making right now. You know what I'm saying? This girl be going into hiding, all types of stuff. You know, 1 minute she's out speaking, next minute you know she's somewhere in hiding because she was speaking out about this. 15 years old? Man, like, I'm telling you, Hollywood is vicious, guys.
18 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are saying, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the others walk.
The most recent attempt on her life happened in the middle of Diddy's trial when she was rumored to be brought on the stand as a witness to those freak-offs.
Now, did y'all hear that? She had an attempt on her life when she was supposed to testify at Diddy Glover's trial. Why did they try to unalive her if this wasn't true, what she was saying? Why was they saying that she had mental problems? Don't listen to that little buck teeth girl. You know what I mean? Calling her Bucky. Calling her Bucky. You know what I'm saying? Calling her Bucky. Why would you say that? Don't listen to the buck teeth girl. But how about the buck teeth girl was telling us the goddamn truth, speaking her truth? It's not right. It's not right. And they tried to unalive her so she wouldn't go to the trial. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I need them likes up, man. Double tap that screen. Like, you know, it's frustrating when I'm telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Because this message has to get out there. People have to understand that this Hollywood shit is really real. Y'all see they cut the power out. They're trying to blow my back out. I'm sitting there putting my back at risk. Like, I need my back, and I'm doing this for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The most hell and the others walk.
The most recent attempt on her life happened in the middle of Diddy's trial when she was rumored to be brought on the stand as a witness to those freak-offs. Her house got broken into while she and her family were out of town. And according to her neighbors, the people who broke in were armed.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue and back and forth this week like that mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the price. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address. My license plate
Now they put her address out there, and she comes at home, and the whole house is buck-ass naked. All because this girl was speaking out. And she still don't understand how that happened. That's why I'm telling y'all. That's why for the people to be so surprised that Bilal was put in the hospital, now in a mental facility, this is what they do when you try to tell on them. You know what I'm saying? And this is what that girl came home to.
Then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't can't go to them.
Now, as I said, the reason they are coming at her like this is because she has been doing a lot of talking by exposing everyone involved, and they don't like that. But baby, all these attempts on her life ain't stopping nothing because she's still on their necks. Before the recent attempt on Allie's life, she accused Diddy and his sick associates of snatching up folks' kids and making the kids allegedly have intercourse with animals while they recorded and touched themselves.
Wow, and that was crazy. The girl said that they allegedly was having intercourse with animals in front of kids. Love Chop 65. Shout out to my member. Love Chop 65 said pure survival. Yes, this is pure survival. You hit it on the nosebleed. You hit it on the nosebleed. This girl was saying way too much, just like Bolao. Just like Bolao. She's talking about celebrities having intercourse with animals in front of kids. Like, you don't think that they were going to try to silence her too? Smash that like button.
For the recent attempt on Allie's life, she accused Diddy and his sick associates of snatching up folks' kids and making the kids allegedly have intercourse with animals while they recorded and touched themselves. If y'all remember, Diddy was also charged for, but the feds were more fixated on exposing his freak-offs with consenting than exposing him enterprise, so they didn't look too much into it. His indictment said Combs relied on employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, forced labor, kidnapping, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Now, when it comes to the exact list of celebrities who were freaking off at these parties and ended up getting infected, there's a whole bunch of them, starting with Meek Mill and Brysher Gray. Jaguar Wright was the first to spill the tea about this, and she didn't hold back at all. Jaguar took it.
And y'all remember she was the one coming out about Brysher Gray allegedly getting his back blown out by Will and Diddy. You know what I mean? Love Chops just hit that super chat. Pure survival. Shout out to Love Chops. First to hit that super chat. You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that these young actors been going through this and then getting silenced. Then they be thrown off and put on drugs and put in mental facilities.
To another level when she accused both Diddy and Will Smith of allegedly forcing Meek Mill and Brysher Gray into a freak off. She even claimed that Will lured Brysher in under the disguise of mentorship, only for it to turn into something he never wanted. And baby, Jaguar said it got so bad that at one point, Brysher and Meek were literally heard screaming while running out of Will's house after Will and Jada allegedly played with their private parts during one of those freak-offs. But this was allegedly not the only time Meek was turned out. An audio recording between Meek and Diddy later leaked online, and the audio was very disturbing, to say the least. Now listen, y'all. The tea just keeps getting hotter from here because people also dragged the Game into it after those rumors about him and Diddy resurfaced. The Game admitted that back when he and Diddy were supposed to be locking in the studio to finish their album, Diddy was flying him all over the world, partying and buying him expensive gifts. And baby, the streets couldn't help but side-eye those trips, especially since they were always going down in Atlanta. If you know, you know.
After that, I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, damn near. And this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I f***ed your demo.
Wow. So Diddy had the Game flying all around the country when he first just came into the industry. And he said, we never went to the studio one time. Do y'all remember when Usher said the same thing? When he was like 13, he said Diddy wouldn't take him to the studio. He kept saying, well, when we gonna go to the studio? It's all about the grooming. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys.
Expensive gifts. And baby, the streets couldn't help but side-eye those trips, especially since they were always going down in Atlanta. If you know, you know.
After that, I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, damn near. And this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I f***ed your demo. You know, bad boy, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, here go change Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap? No. I was doing it for 2 years. But the jet leave at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, you know what I'm saying? We going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy.
Before you got with Dre, wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I don't
Wow. So all they did was party. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Game got his back blown out. I don't know. But if that's all they did for 2 years straight, that's why they said for 2 years straight, you running around with this man. You supposed to be doing music, but all he wanted to do was party. Did he have the game scrambling and scraping for shit? I don't know.
Also got caught up in this mess. Back in 2021, rumors hit that Diddy flew him out to Jamaica under the promise of boosting his career. But YK made it look even more suspicious when he reposted a shirtless pic of Diddy in the pool with prayer hand emojis and a photo of himself butt naked, getting a massage with the caption, "Listening to that Diddy, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather." To make matters worse, folks pointed out YK was broke at the time, but he had reportedly been dropped from his label and even sold his luxury cars. So people started wondering how he could even afford a trip like that unless Diddy was footing the bill. Then his baby mama jumped on IG and spilled everything, saying the reason she left him was because she caught him in bed with another man. Stop asking me what happened with my baby daddy. I caught him with a man, okay? And of course—
Wow. So this actor, this young child star actor, baby mom left him because she caught him in bed with a man. And the man that he was hanging with before that was Diddy. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think it was the man that was in bed was Diddy. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think it was Diddy. That it was just another man, mysteriously. He laying on a thing with his cakes in the air talking about, I'm listening to that Diddy. Diddy has been running through all of these men in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, smash that like button. Shout out everybody, man. Bilal, I'm glad that you out of the hospital, but this mental facility thing, I just don't, it's not sitting well with me nor your sister.
we can't forget Usher. For years, rumors have swirled that Diddy infected him with herpes when he was just 14, staying at Diddy's place for a so-called mentorship program. Things got even messier when an email allegedly linked to Kim Porter's book leaked online, claiming the book exposed Diddy's gay relationships, footage, and even said he gave Usher an STD. The email read, some of the things in the book covered Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive—
Wow. See? And there we go. There goes the book right there.
Things got even messier when an email allegedly linked to Kim Porter's book leaked online, claiming the book exposed Diddy.
This book right here. Now, this woman, rest in peace. Everybody smash that like button for Kim Porter. Everybody smash that like button for Kim Porter. It's always been a mystery. Did she really have a book coming out? And they said in her book, she was talking about Diddy allegedly giving Usher STDs and all the things that they talk about that Diddy supposed to allegedly have right now. She was about to say all of that in this book. And I find it very ironic that Bilal was coming out with this book and then he ends up in the hospital. They say pneumonia. They say brain dead. Now they say he's in a mental facility and his sister can't talk to him right now. He's getting treatment, but you should be able to talk to him soon. Don't y'all think that that's crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then motherfuckers looked at me like, oh, Jamil, are you just saying this? What the, I know. This is what this woman said. And if she didn't look like him, I would have questioned more. But I told you, Bilal's sister looked like him with a wig on. Looked just like Mrs. Buttersworth with a wig. And Bilal was saying way too much. He was telling too much. So that's why it didn't surprise me. That Bashir stuff, that all of that stuff, Jada's trying to unalive him, he was saying this. So it all made sense to me. I'm like, damn, the man was saying all of this shit and was about to put this in the book.
Will admitted to me that he had sex with Bashir Gray, but it was consensual, right? He said, you know Will made me, you know Diddy made me suck his penis, you know what's going on, you know Charlie made me suck. Well, I'm gonna give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something. Okay. In the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. So I grabbed my husband, I said, listen, I don't know, I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come. Is this true? Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork.
From the paperwork, from the book. Smash that like button if y'all believe Bilal. You know what I'm saying? And This man was about to put this book out, had the paperwork, had all of this stuff. I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to, like I told his sister, I will update the people right now, but I'm not talking about this for a while. You know what I mean? After this, that's why I'm trying to give y'all all the updates now. The man is alive, but they're saying the man is in a mental facility. I don't know if he lands somewhere clone or not. You know what I'm saying? I really don't.
Charlie made me something. Well, I'm gonna give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something.
Okay.
In the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. So I grabbed my husband. I said, "Listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come." Is this true? Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you. You about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved.
You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
Wow, he's surrounded by love, and all he got to do is add discipline. What was the discipline that he had to add that Will was talking about? Was getting his back blown out? Was that a part of discipline? Was that a part of discipline? Getting his back blown out?
Involved.
You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, you know. Who is best to give you advice? And it's Will Smith, and I'm getting so much good advice.
A lot of stuff is about to come out about Will, Jada, and Charlie Mack. It is gonna be unbelievable.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming.
And how did she say that all the way back then? And then the Bashir Gray stuff came out, and he's been talking about speaking out and testifying. Are they going to pay him allegedly again for his silence? Or are they going to put him in a mental home and say that, oh, something wrong with him, don't listen to him? Because that's what it sounds like they do with all the Hollywood stars. You know what I mean? Like that little boy that's walking around in Hollywood right now, people been picking him up, putting him in hotel rooms. Y'all see that little Nickelodeon star, the young boy? Why are they all thrown off like that? After they were nice, young, wonderful people. Come on, man. Everybody get them likes up. You know?
That's the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
It's no secret in Hollywood that Jada hates me because I have a strong relationship with Will. And I do my own thing.
Why don't she hate Dwayne?
I can't answer that question.
Why don't she hate Dwayne Martin?
Well, she's gonna love anybody that treats her like she's a god, right? When you're a narcissist and a sociopath like she is, and I'll get into that.
You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Wow. And he never seen nobody recover from it. So he protected his tasty cakes. And for Terrence Howard to come out last year and just blurt that out on that podcast, that man didn't ask Terrence Howard this information. Terrence just volunteered to say this. It must have just been weighing on his soul about the sickness that they do. And y'all see they locked up that man yesterday. You know what I mean? Another one, but it's many more that should be right along with him. Amber Crombie and Freak Off Fitch, he shouldn't even got bail. You know what I'm talking about? Clive Davis and that shitty diaper. Him and his pamper should be in a jail cell right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's still more. It's still more.
It's always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and picked out by some over greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man.
Say what now? Not Will Smith's ex-friend and former assistant brother Bilal exposing Will for forcing Brashear Gray into having relationships with him. This explains why Brashear is now getting his back blown by other men on camera. Apparently,
Getting his back blown by other men on camera. Everyone smash that like button for Bilal. We need 400 more likes because we got to give it up to him for him having the strength to even and have the courage. Because you got to know these some serious people in Hollywood. Y'all seen Will Smith's bodyguards. They were all snipers. Those weren't no regular bodyguards. They looked like they were hired to protect the motherfucking president, to protect Donald Trump and Donald Trump's clip-on toupee. Those are real live shooters that will not miss. That probably can shoot from another state away, hit you from a whole nother state. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for Bilal to not be in fear, to say the things that he said, to speak about those Timberland boots. You know what I mean? I feel like he was helping Will. He was trying to help Will. Will, he said that Jada was strangling you with them Timberlands on, and he just wanted it to stop. He just wanted it to stop.
after Will was done with him, he discarded him and completely ran him out of the industry too. And as if all this wasn't bad enough, Bilal also alleges that as soon as he started spilling all this tea, Jada got pissed and threatened to have him unalived. In fact, as we speak, he and Jada are in court battling it out. And baby,
Y'all see that? Everybody put the Timberland boots in the chat. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You reminded me of the boots. We got to put Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots in the chat if y'all believe these Timberland boots exist. And that ball cap. And it's a fitted ball cap in the Timberland boots that Bilal actually said. You know what I'm saying? And Jada was threatening to unalive this man. And he almost was out the door. Now he had a mental home. He was almost out the door.
also alleges that as soon as he started spilling all this tea, Jada got pissed and threatened to have him unalived. In fact, as we speak, he and Jada are in court battling it out. And baby, the receipts that are being put on blast in this trial are nasty. Okay, so Bilal first came for Will when he showed up in a heated interview on Tasha K's show. When I tell you the messiness was at an all-time high, I'm not even exaggerating. Bilal was exposing Will to the ground as his life depended on it. He made some graphic claims about the time he personally witnessed Will Smith engaging in anal activities with Dwayne Martin in Dwayne's dressing room. He said Will was bent over a couch as Dwayne...
Wow, and look at that. Everyone smash that like button if this is a doggy style position. If Will is in position of a doggy style to getting his back blown out. Look how his back is arched right there. That is arched for a doggy style punishing. It is arched for a doggy style punishing. You know, and my sweetheart said, is this how Will really earned that Hollywood star? I was like, damn, I never thought about that. That made a lot of sense. Is this how Will really got this star? From arching his back, getting it blown like this to the moon? That is crazy. This is a receipt right here. I feel like if they let the jury look at Will on the ground like this, like he a damn dog, roof, 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 roof. Come on, taste the cakes. Roof, roof, taste the cakes, taste the cakes. Roof, 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 roof. He on the motherfucking ground. Who let the dog out? Roof, roof. Yippee-yi-yo. This is crazy. Will, get the fuck up off the ground, dude. Man, Bilal, you done put Bilal, man. Listen, we need 300 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. If y'all in here laughing, bursting out in tears, make sure y'all double tap that screen Go like this. Boop, 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 boop. We need 300 more likes. You know what I mean? Will is barking like a freak off dog right now. He's barking like a freak off dog.
When he showed up in a heated interview on Tasha K's show. When I tell you the messiness was at an all-time high, I'm not even exaggerating. Bilal was exposing Will to the ground as his life depended on it. He made some graphic claims about the time he personally witnessed Will Smith engaging in anal activities with Dwayne Martin in Dwayne's dressing room. He said Will was bent over a couch as Dwayne drilled in and out of his hole, as if he were digging for gold.
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up on him, like murder. It was murder in there.
Wow, and you're not going to forget nothing like that. He said that Dwayne Martin was standing up, and Will, and he was murdering it. He was murdering Will's cakes. Murder. You know what I'm saying? We need 250 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen if y'all think it was murder in there.
Now, as you can imagine, the things Bilal was saying had people gagging, so the interview went viral very quickly. And guess what? Within just 9 hours of it being up, Jada lost her mind and tried to threaten Bilal into silence with a lawsuit. She also accused him of attempting to extort her and Will before he came out with this interview. But baby, she was better off being quiet, because this just pissed Bilal off even more. He appeared on Tasha K's show again for part 2 and dragged Jada for filth, and even dared her to go ahead with the lawsuit if she isn't scared of him, going all out with everything he knows.
Before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Yeah. Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter, okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
Now, y'all heard that? She said that Bilal was trying to do a money shakedown that didn't work, and we're going to take legal action. Jada never took no legal action whatsoever. Look, people saying Jada's a liar. Miss Alopecia is a liar. Never took legal action at all, but threatened this man's life, according to what he said in his lawsuit. So does his lawsuit disappear now that he's in the motherfucking mental facility? They're going to make it like this man's a whack job? Ain't no man is going to like a man message him like that man who messaged Will on that video. Facts, Miss Panlaglingo. True story. And that's why she's never even, man, this shit is... She never did nothing, guys. 1,700 people, guys. We need 300 more likes. Everybody smash the like button. We almost got 1,000 likes. That's all we need. So Bilal, Sister C, I'm on the job for you. You know what I mean? We still, look, people, your brother has people that actually really support him. People got mad at me, Bilal, sister, because you said you watched me. They like, Jamil, how did you get the information? Nobody else talking about it. It ain't my motherfucking fault. They may have reasons why they're not talking. They're afraid. You see, the lights just went out. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers scared. I'm not scared. I'm from Philadelphia, pure survival, home of the greasy cheesesteaks. So if they try to blow my back out, you know what I mean? I'm just going to have to... You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to fight back. I know karate. I was a burgundy belt. You understand? I was a burgundy belt.
Right. And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded, and they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, If you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said there's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me, and you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. And me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a drug addict, right?
Wow, he said, Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a drug addict. Smash that like button if y'all agree with Bolao. He said that Jada is a bald headed liar and a drug addict. He was going hard. He was going hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew in my mind when I was hearing everything that Bolao was saying, I'm like, man, the money that they got, and I know Bolao was talking from another country, but if I can go over to another country, Pure the Bible, I know Will and Miss Alopecia can go over to another country. They can go over to another country and buy the motherfucker that you at. So I know that they was able to hunt his ass down. Bolao can't run that fast, Pure the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, but Bolao wasn't afraid. That's why I give it to him. I give it to him.
PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a drug addict. Right? Okay. You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swift. It's been over 2 weeks. So, Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right?
Wow. He said, you got 2 weeks to sue me. If you don't, all the sex parties and the men that cheeks that you clap with that dildo, I'm naming names. Wow. Bolao was probably the rawest person that worked in the industry to tell. Like, we've heard people come out and say shit, like even Terrence Howard. But Terrence Howard was more like, once you give up your man card, you'll never be the same. I mean, we got what motherfucking Terrence was saying, but Bolao was very, very detailed with his shit. He named people. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Bolao named items, dildo, Timberland boots, fitted hats, like tapes. That's, man, smash that like button, guys.
Sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. Well, extortion is criminal. Like, I would be in jail right now if I tried to extort.
Anyway, people seem to believe what he is saying.
Wow, he said, I will be in jail if I extorted you. And that is true. That is true. And why wasn't he? Why wasn't he? If he extorted you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that man was too graphic detail about them Timberland boots. I can never get over them Timberland boots. Them Timberland boots was hilarious. But like I said, Ray J, I hope you get well. Ray J's in the hospital. Corrupt, he's in the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, why is all of these people in the same exact place? You know what I mean? Like, everybody get them likes up. Get them likes up. Bolao, you are a survivor. Bolao is a survivor. Cause I was so happy that the sister didn't say what I thought she was gonna say. I thought she was gonna be like, well, they trying to say that he's, he passed on. But they didn't say that. No. They said the man is now shifted to a mental facility. We need 200 more likes. Everybody smash that like button. You know what I mean? And salute to Bolao's sister, guys. His twin sister. You might well call her a twin, because like I said, And I told her, I will keep your identity sealed. I will not ever do nothing like that, especially with you in fear of your life and you see what's going on with your brother. Why would I do that? You see what they trying to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, soon as the lights went out, guys, I thought one of the freak off vampires was going to pull me in the air. I don't have no garlic in this mandalion. My other mandalions, I have garlic. I could have threw the garlic in the freak off vampire's eyes and they would drop me. But if they pull me up in the air, because I told you they sleep upside down, they pull me up in the air and start fucking biting my neck, then I would turn into a freak off vampire. Then y'all wouldn't be able to trust me because now I will be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these Timberland boots are real. Everything this man talking about, I believe it. I'm sorry, Jada. He mentions the drugs, the things that you allegedly was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just horrible, guys. It's just horrible. Shout
So
out to
I
Bolao.
stole these videos. So
And she thought that Bolao stole the videos. And Bolao, I even told his sister, I do think that Bolao got them videos. You know what I'm saying? He has to have something to protect himself.
now, that's why me and Jada's relationship got to be so toxic towards the end because she thought I stole these videos. So they're
Videos of
her with other people. But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house.
Any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just had I thought
Why didn't you let me say that?
That is not on opinion.
Shout out to AMBS 540 just hit that super chat, Pure Survival. She said, to protect you from the tasty cake sniper. Thank you so much. You know what I'm talking about? AM's 540 is protecting me from the tasty cake snipers. Do you see that love and support? She gives a damn that the tasty cake snipers can come for my back and my tasty cakes all at once. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hitting that super chat for the tasty cake snipers. Man, this is crazy, guys.
I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch them. That's illegal.
Oh, no, listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported it stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes. So when Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushi. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too. But it's like you get
ecstasy and cocaine.
Yeah, it's like that mix, right? It's
ecstasy and cocaine. How horny do you gotta be, Jada? You know what I'm saying? Like, how horny, allegedly, if you have this ecstasy and cocaine. Oh, we got another super chat. Pure Survival. Preach Town Democrat just said, Father God, you know what they do. From the pneumonia to the mental facilities, keep the truth out of love. Thank you so much, Preach Town. We know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And you hit it on the nosebleed, the pneumonia, the mental facilities, the crash outs that they make the celebrities do and then claim that it's something wrong with them. Why do you think Dave Chappelle left and went to Africa? They try to say he was on drugs. Why would he go all the way to Africa to get motherfucking drugs when drugs is all in the cities? You know what I mean? Like, so believe me, this stuff is real. And that's a believer. Thank you so much for hitting that super chat. Everybody that hit that super chat. Everybody that smashed that like button and all of my members and all the members to come. We're not playing over here. We need 200 more likes, though. Everybody smash that like button. We need 200 more likes. And we be good to go, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that Tunchi, huh, Jada? I hope you ain't on them drugs right now.
Something called Tushi. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too. But it's like you get the
Ecstasy and cocaine.
yeah. It's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is. And she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and
he saw things that was unreal. And Jada, you wanna know how did Bilal see the tapes? Well, if you would have took your funky fingers from out of your pants, Pills of Bible, from playing with yourself like Al Bundy, you would have known that he was able to see the tapes. But he said that Miss Alopecia was on the couch, high out her motherfucking mind, playing with her vagina. She got crabs running up and down her motherfucking hands, allegedly. Allegedly, I wanted to get mad at me. Jamel, I ain't got crabs. Well, what is that running up down your motherfucking? Was it a bed bug coming out of that vagina? You know what I mean? I don't know, Jada. Shout out to Poison Puppet in the building. Just hit that super chat. Pills of Bible. Super chats are rolling in, Jada. And I'm not gonna listen. I'm not saying that Jada has crabs. I'm not saying that Jada has bed bugs. The man said that she was playing with her kitty cat, real, and something came running up her fingers. I don't know. It could have been a bed bug. Could have been a crab. You know what I mean? Could have been sperm residue. I don't know. That came to life. That came alive. Sperm walking up down her arm that came alive. It was a baby that was produced on her finger. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Can a baby come alive from out the sperm and then just start walking up and down and shit? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Bilal is very detailed, Jada. He's very detailed. And I don't think he has no mental problem at all. He sound like he's talking fine to me, y'all. Smash that like button because they're going to make it like he's crazy.
In her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Oh.
So, all right. So let's just say, so allegedly who I thought to be on the tape, well, one is a tape, because it's going to come out. So I'm letting people going to know.
Who did you see, Bilal?
Okay.
Tell the winos.
Okay. So now there's one tape allegedly who I thought appeared would be, there's Jada with a strap on top of Will. Then she's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one, right? So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Wow. So he wanted everybody to know when these tapes come out, if you see a tape with Will Smith getting strangled, and Jada got them Timberland boots. Look, everybody got the Timberland boots in the chat. Yeah, I mean, and the fitted baseball cap. We would know, damn, Will best friend was not bullshitting at all. Nobody else said this but Bilal. He's the only one that ever said this. Even the strap-on that he said, Pearl of Bible. So if this tape ever come out, Jada, it's going to be hard for you to deny that. If the feds run into your freak-off dungeon and find those boots, find those Timberland boots, and it got the DNA of these, you know what I mean, celebrities on them boots and that dildo and that ball cap, it's going to be over. You know what I'm saying? We need 150 likes. Everybody smash that like button, guys. And it sounds like Bilal cared about you, Will. He said she was strangling you. And the other dude was begging him to stop. So I don't think Bilal was trying to expose you. I think Bilal was trying to help you.
She's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one, right? So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Then the other one was Alfonso Rivera. Don't want to talk about that because it ended up being a bloody mess, right? Now, but let me give you the backstory
Go ahead.
about
You're telling
her.
the winos right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let me
They
give-
asked me in court, what did he tell you? I
Right.
don't know. Go
Right.
ahead.
But it's all alleged
Because I
anyway.
don't watch my interviews back.
Right,
So go ahead.
so it's all alleged anyway.
Mhm.
So, and some of it's from my recollection.
Okay.
So, like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right?
Wow, that's how controlling that woman is. He's begging her to stop, and she would, and it was a bloody mess. I'm sorry, guys. That has to be the funniest shit I've ever heard. Like a grown man begging Jada Pinkett to stop, and all I can picture her is in those Timberland boots with the ball cap, with the fitted baseball cap at the front, and this man is like, "Stop, please, Jada, stop, stop, I'm done, I'm done." All right, you already took my back, you took my soul, everything. Please let me go. This is crazy, guys. I am sorry. Smash that like button, everyone. We almost got 1,000 likes in the building, man. I'm glad that Bilal is still alive. At least that's what his sister's saying. But she don't believe this mental facility either. But it gave her some kind of hope. It gave her some kind of hope. Everybody put the Timberland boots in the chat.
It's a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Rivera,
the Timberlands,
is because they dated,
and the fitted baseball cap. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. And then I was finding out from people. People said, "Why did Will have on all red?" Like, put a one in the chat if y'all think that this is some kind of demonic stuff. Because people were saying to me, "Jamel, you noticed that he got on all red?" And I'm like, I didn't really, you know what I mean? I don't know what that represents. You know, I know that it's probably some demonic, some devil stuff. You know what I mean? It's probably some devil stuff. Somebody said the Twilight Zone. Yes, the fitted is wild. You know what I mean? And Will not even taking this serious. He got the look at this man. Look how serious that man is. If you get close to Will, this man seemed like he will smoke the shit out of you. Shout out to Real One in the building. RS11 just hit that super chat. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, RS11, for survival, hitting that super chat. You know what I mean? Everybody was in here hitting that super chat. Jada! You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid of this sniper. Well, matter of fact, I'm not lying. I'm lying to y'all. Like, if this dude showed up and I seen him, I would be scared as a motherfucker. Pearl survival. Because I know he not going to miss. I could run, but I can't hide from this dude. You know what I mean? Look how serious he look. He not smiling. He ain't doing nothing. Will doing all the smiling. This dude is like, if you come near him or if you tell their secrets, it's going to blow your roof off. You know what I mean? You heard the paparazzi trying to ask Will, like, so what's going on with the violinist and all these cheeks being clapped? Will tried to laugh it off. They backed him up quick.
Allegations that you agree with or enjoys the videos. Come on, man. Is that really funny? Yeah? Why did you fire him? How do you respond to the allegations that you agree with or enjoys the videos? Come on, man. Is that really funny? Yeah?
Them some serious dudes. He said, oh, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, we would have shot you on camera. They probably would have smoked you right on camera, but they knew that there was a bunch of cameras out there. But if you'd have came any closer, you know what I'm saying? Everyone, guys, get them likes up. Shout out to the Timberland boots, man. Everybody put the Timberland boots in the chat, man. And smash that like button for Bilal, guys. Shout out to all my members, my believers, my survivors. You know what I mean? Soon to be members. Everybody hit that super chat. Everybody smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? This is very important. Like Hollywood is not no joke. I don't even want to go visit Hollywood because of what they talking about. I might get down there, they try to put something in my drink. I'm thinking that we out there having meetings and shit, and I start feeling woozy, wake up buck ass naked. Don't know how I got naked, but I know that my back was blown because I'm reaching back for it, and I'm like, where is my back at? They like, you don't remember what you did last night? What you mean? What did I do? Oh, nigga, you was on the ground like Will. You had the doggy style thing. You was crawling and everything, Jamil. I'm like, and then they got you on camera. That's another thing that be messed up. That's one thing they said Diddy do. They'll have you on camera crawling and shit. I'm like, how the fuck y'all got me in there crawling? I'm like, how you crawling? They said Jamil was running in that motherfucker. They said you was running, you was fighting it, Jamil, but they pinned you down. Oh, they pinned me down, and they took it from me. Oh my God. I'm like, how am I gonna call and explain this shit? Baby, I got my back blown out last night. What? I'm telling you, they blown my back out. We gonna sue. They blown my back out. Oh my God. Then they put me in the hospital. Then they put me in a nut facility. They try to tell y'all, look, they lying. Jamil, we ain't blow his back out. Jamil came out here to Hollywood and found a boyfriend. You know what I mean? How I found a boyfriend? Y'all lying. No, Jamil, it was consensual. That's what they'll say. It was consensual. It's a money grab. Put him in a mental facility. Something wrong with him. That's what they do, man, in Hollywood. Why you think they all walk around? I think that the producer that produced the movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame, why they come out with a movie called The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Because his back was blown out. That's why a lot of them Hollywood motherfuckers be walking like this and shit. Hey, how you doing? You ready to go? You ready to start your role? You ready to? Back's blown all the way to the moon. You know what I'm saying? So it's already out there. You know what I mean? You go to Hollywood with a back, you're leaving without it. You're leaving without it. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll say, look, something mentally wrong with them the moment you try to tell. You know what I'm saying? They'll have you in a mental home with a Barney motherfucking toy. They be like, look, go look at him. You be in the room talking about, I love you, you love me. We're a happy family. What a great big hug and a kiss for me to you. Won't you say they smashed you too? That's what they probably got Bilal doing. Bilal is probably sitting there with toys. Motherfucking, they probably got him playing with a SpongeBob toy in that damn facility, and he don't even know. And they just giving him all kinds of drugs, telling him, "Look, Bilal, you're only 6 years old. He a grown ass man. I'm only 6. Yeah, you go open the door here, they're playing with the toys and shit, going down the freak off mental slide board and shit. We trying to get information. Bilal, snap out of it, Bilal. You're not 6 years old. They lied to you. Get them toys out your hand, Bilal. Tell us what happened. What did Jada do again? He won't even remember no more. He's still in that motherfucker talking about, I love you, you love me. We're a happy farm. He not even saying happy. He said, we're a happy. What the fuck is a happy? He in there said, happy family. I'm telling you, man, Hollywood is twisted and it's very demonic. And it's very demonic. You know what I'm saying? I've never known that Hollywood could be like that. And so suspicious. And y'all seen that man that they locked up yesterday. I'm so glad. And I'm not defending him and I'm not defending none of these people in Hollywood. They're all demons. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Bilal's sister says she appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. You know what I mean? And I ignore them when they say, Jamil, how did you get your information? Look, don't get mad at me because she reached out to me and then reach out to you. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But to salute to all of y'all by getting more updates, I'm going to let y'all know, pure survival.